Good morning, my name is Samantha Ñazo Canasa, and today I will present my final project for the course English for Business. My presentation will be focused on the company Compadre El Buen Café, and it will be divided into the four main sections. To start with the first section, I will now talk about the company I chose for my project, Compadre Buen Café. It is a Peruvian coffee brand known its own identity based on sustainability, fair trade, and innovation. The company works directly with small coffee farmers from the central jungle, especially in Satipo Junín, and focuses on promoting local culture and ethical consumption. Compadre Buen Café offers several products and services, including high-quality roasted coffee beans, ground coffee and limited edition blends, organic coffee lines with different roasting profiles, barista workshop, and technical training for farmers. In terms of location, the company operates mainly in two areas: Satipo Junín, where they work with Ashaminka farming communities, and Lima, where they roast, distribute, and sell their products. The physical point of presence is inside Comadre Café, located at Manuel Cipriano Dulanto 1614, Pueblo Libre, Lima. The mission is to transform the coffee industry through innovation, fair trade, and clean energy, improving the quality of life Peruvian coffee grown families. Vision is to be recognized as a leading sustainability coffee company that empowers producers and promoters responsibly coffee consumption in Peru. Values are sustainability, fair trade, innovation, transparency, community impact, and pride in Peruvian culture. Now that I have explained the company brand backgrounds, I will move on to section 2, which focuses on the organizational objectives of the company. For a startup like Compadre Buen Café, objectives are very important because they guide the business plan and help the company stay focused on its roadmap. In this case, the company works in two types of objectives: short terms and long terms. Some short terms objectives are goals that the company wants to achieve within 6 to 12 months, mainly to strengthen operations, marketing, and sales. Long-term objectives represent what the company wants to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years, aligned with its vision statement and future growth in the coffee industry. All objectives are SMART goals, meaning they must be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And because they are organizational, every resource and every area of the company must work together to reach them. My first short-term SMART objective is to increase brand visibility by achieving a 20% growth in social media engagement on Instagram and TikTok in the next 6 months. This goal supports the company's marketing strategy, especially because company use storytelling about farmers and sustainability to connect with its audience. Short-term objectives. The second short-term objective is to increase monthly sales by 15% inside Compadre Cafe, which is the local point of sales in Pueblo Libre, within the next 8 months. This will be done by providing product displays, offering tasting sessions, and training staff in product knowledge. It helps the company strengthen its market share in the area. Long-term SMART objective. The first long-term objective is to expand the network of coffee producers from 10 to 11 families in Satipo within the next 4 years. This supports the company value proposition, which is based on working directly with farmers and improving their quality of life. And the second long-term objective is to position Compadre Buen Café as a national reference in sustainability, especially coffee within next 5 years. This includes obtaining at least two sustainability certification and expanding distribution to three important cities in Peru. This goal aligns with the company vision statement and help build a stronger competitive position in the long term. These short term and long term smart objectives help the company stay focused, organized, and aligned with its mission and vision. Now that I've been finished explaining the objective, I will continue with the session 3, which covers the market research I developed for my startup, Compadre Buen Café. My research was based on industry trends, market trends, and reliable secondary sources such as industry reports, official institution, and company website. To understand competitive environment, I identified three main competitors operating in the same market segment as Compadre El Buen Café. These companies are Pisetti. Pisetti is one of the most recognized specialty coffee brands in Peru. They have several stores across Lima and are highly respected for their craftsmanship in roasting. Their long history in the Peruvian coffee culture gives them a strong brand loyalty. According to the Cámara Peruana del Café y Cacao, Pisete is part of the segment that has strongly contributed to the growth of specialty coffee consumption in the country. Puku Puku is a modern and youthful coffee chain with multiple shops in Lima. They have a strong line presence and attract young professionals through their relaxing environment and high quality beverages. They are especially strong in social media engagement. Reports such as Eurometer International 2023 highlight that brands with a strong digital communication have an advantage in reaching younger customers. Origin Tostater is a especially rustic of focuses on traceability, original stories, and farms to cup practice. They work directly with producers and emphasize quality and transparency. According to Mintagri, consumers interested in origin traceability has grown consistently in the last 5 years. After analyzing the external and internal environment, I developed the SWOT analysis for Compadre Buen Café. To begin this section, I present two factors for each component, supported by data and connected to the company's resource capabilities and competitive advantages. Strength international analysis. To start with the internal strength, the first element is direct relationship with small coffee producers in Satipo. This relationship is a core competency because it ensures authenticity, freshness, and ethical sourcing. According to Minagri 2024, direct trade improves product quality and extends to the value chains, which gives Compadre a strong competitive advantage. Moving to the second strength, um, a strong sustainability approach aligned with market trends. Sustainability is increasingly important in Peru's coffee industry. Reports from the Cámara Peruana de Café y Cacao 2023 indicate that consumers are more willing to support brands that are eco-friendly and socially responsible. Compadre integrates sustainability into its identity, which aligns with consumer expectations. Weakness internal analysis. After identifying the strengths, it is also necessary to address the company internal limitation. Limited brand visibility and low marketing reach. Since the company operates mainly inside Compadre Cafe in Pueblo Libre, its visibility is still limited. Based on industry trends, brands with low digital presence to have a slower growth Eurometer 2023, which represents a challenge for Compadre. Continuing with the second witness, low production capacity due to its early stage. Because it is a small startup, its resources and capabilities are more limited compared to large competitors. This may restrict its ability to scale quickly or serve large demand. Once the weekends are examined, it becomes the section is essential to explore the external opportunities available to the company. 1. Growth of especially the coffee consumption in Peru. The Peruvian coffee market has experienced sustained growth, especially among young adults and professionals seeking higher quality beverages. The Cámara Peruana de Café y Cacao reports that consumption of especially coffee has increased in the last 5 years, which creates a favorable environment for compadre. Next, the second opportunity highlights a strong market trend is industry trends show that consumers value origin, traceability, and ethnic sourcing. These preferences are highlighted in several industry reports and aligned with competitive value proportion, giving the company the opportunity to strengthen its position. Finally, after evaluating the opportunity, it is important to consider the external threats that could affect the company performance. High market competition with well-established brands. Brands like Pisetti, Pucu Pucu, and Original Tostadores have more experience, resource, and market presence. This creates a strong competitive pressure and affect long-term profitability. To complement this, the second threat refers to external economic conditions. Economic fluctuation affecting coffee production. Coffee prices are Coffee prices and production costs can rise depending on climate and economic conditions. According to Minagri, variation in agricultural conditions directly affect small coffee farmers, which may impact competitive supply chains. Now, I will continue with the best analysis of Compadre Erwin Cafe. This analysis uh, start with politic factors. To begin with the political environment. In Peru, there is a strong government support for small coffee producers through programs led by Minagri. These programs include training, sustainability, promotion, and technical assistance. This is a positive for Compadre because the company works directly with farmers in Satipo. So any political action that strengthens rural producers improves the company's value chain. Moving on the second political factor, Peru has a regulation on food safety, labeling, and traceability. For coffee companies, this means more requirements and procedures, even though this creates operational pressure. It also helps the company build trust with customers who prefer transparent and responsible brands. Final, the last political aspect, political factor 3. The government is also working on climate adaptation policies for agriculture. Since coffee production is highly affected by climate change, these policies reduce long-term rise and support competitive future growth. Uh, 2. Economic factor. Transitioning to the economic environment. Economic factor 1, according to the Central Bank BCRP, inflation in years has increased production and logistic costs in the agricultural sector. This directly affects Compadre because the company depends on purchasing raw coffee beans and transporting them from Chatipo to Lima. Next, the second economic factor highlights a positive market trends is that there is a clear industry trend, especially coffee market in Peru growing. The Cámara Peruana del Café y Cacao reports that consumers are willing to pay higher prices for quality, origin, and traceability. This is a big opportunity for Compadre because its entire value proposition and based on quality and sustainability. Finally, another important economic aspect is although the company operates local equipment tools and packaging materials of depending on important components. Changes in the exchange rates can increase costs, creating economic pressure. Now, shifting to the social environment, social factor one, increasing preference for ethical and sustainability brands. Today, consume, especially young adults, prefers brands that align with their values. They look for products with social impact, environment responsibility, and transparency. Compadre fits perfectly into this social trend because the company works directly with farmers and promotes fair trade. Follow this, the second social factor presents a cultural shift. Social factor two, growing coffee culture in Peru. The social the social environment in Peru is changing. Cafes are becoming more popular and people are more interested in especially coffee. This increased overall demand and helped the company grow in target markets. Finally, the third social factor is urban lifestyle change. People in Lima and other major cities are spending more time in cafe to study, work, or socialize. This increases opportunities for Compadre to expand its physical presence or collaborate with cafes and restaurants. To conclude, the best analyst, it will address the technology environment. Peru, technology factor one. Peru continues to adopt digital tools rapidly. Social media, online advertisements, and e-commerce platforms keep growing every year. For Compadre, this is an opportunity to increase visibility and strengthen its digital market strategy to Instagram, TikTok, and online sales. Next, the second technological element. Technological element factor two. The coffee industry is innovating quickly. New roasting technology, with sensors, and improved quality control system. Even though the company started with solar roasting, the company must continue updating its equipment to stay competitive and avoid become technology obsolete. Finally, the last technology factor is the more customer preferred digital payment method on online ordering. This improves convenience and can help Compadre offer a better consumer experience, especially in Compadre Cafe in Pueblo Libre. Now I will present the butterfly forces analysis for the company, explaining how the external environment affects our business. This framework helps us understand the level of competition in the specialty coffee industry and identify the factors that include our competitive advantage. To begin with the first force, we have two of new entrants. There are two key factors: the need of for investment in infrastructure and coffee roasting equipment. They are recommending to obtain certification and full traceability for sustainability products. Three, the challenge of building a real-life network of small-scale farmers. This overall impact is medium and probably positive. This is because the industry has important entry barriers, such as high investment cost in sustainability requirements, that protects compare from being displaced easily. Even so, the growing demand for especially the coffee still attracts new players to the market. Industry competition. Moving to the second force, we have industry competition, which is very strong in Peru. Those key factors include the presence of well-known Peru brands like Atomayo and Tunki. Compet- Competition from especially gourmet coffee shops in Lima and other cities. The rapid growth of online coffee sales, which increases rivalry, the impact here is high and negative. Competition puts pressure on pricing and forces companies to differentiate. Compare address this challenge through high quality, strong tooling, and fair trade practice, which help the brand stand out. Next, the Triforce is the bargaining power supplies. Important factors are dependent on certified small farmers for high quality beans, a limited number of suppliers who meet strict sustainability standards. Three, seasonal variation that may affect price and supply condition. The impact is medium and both negative and positive. On one hand, a strong relationship with farmers ensure quality and sustainability. And the other hand, depending on a small supplier base can increase costs and reduce flexibility. After that, the fourth force is the bargaining power customer. The main factors are urban consumer aged 20 to 14 from middle to upper middle socioeconomic levels. A high awareness of ethical access to sustainably coffee. And three, the availability of alternatives such as instant coffee and other specialty brands. The impact is medium and negative because customers in this market are very informed and demand a premium quality which influence price and expectation. Even so, Compare maintains loyalty through its marketing mix, differentiation strategy, and strong brand positioning. Finally, the last force is the threat of substitutes. Relevant factors include one instant coffee and coffee capsules, two other beverages such as tea, mate, or energy drinks. New beverage trends growing in urban markets. The impact is medium and negative. Substitutes offer convenience and sometimes lower prices, which can reduce demand for especially coffee. However, comparative focus on quality, sustainability, and customer experience helps reduce this threat. Now, I will continue with the session 4, which is about the marketing strategy of Compadre Buen Café. The company uses a modern marketing approach. This means it focuses on understanding customer needs, creating value for them, and building a profitable relationship. The strategy has four key steps: market segmentation, targeting, positioning, and differentiation. Through this step, Compadre defines it, identifies, and maintains a strong competitive advantage. That brand positions itself as the premium brand that connects people through the inspiration of good coffee. This positioning is strengthened through storytelling, sustainability, and emotional branding. Now let's look at the marketing mix, also known as 4Ps. 4Ps. 1. Product. Compadre offers high quality, sustainability, and traceable Peruvian coffee beans from small farmers in Satipo. The product shows craftsmanship, ethical sourcing, and unique flavors, creating a strong differentiation. Price. The company uses value-based pricing. Prices are fair and competitive, reflecting the premium quality and ethical origin of the coffee. And the place. Currently, the coffee is sold in Compadre Café in Pueblo Libre. In the future, the company plans to expand online and reach more consumers in Lima and other regions. And for promotion, Compadre promotes its coffee on Instagram and TikTok using storytelling, farming profiles, sustainability content, and emotional experience. This strategy increases brand awareness and builds long-term relationship with customers. Now let's see the marketing objectives. We have one short-term and long-term goal, both smart. Short-term objective increase Instagram engagement by 20% in the next 6 months through weekly condensed product reels and collaborating with two micro influencers. And long-term objective expand to two new cities, Cusco and Arequipa, in the next 4 years by partnering with especially cafes, strengthening the brand national presence. Finally, let's look at human resource strategy. HR is essential for productivity, reducing turnover and creating a positive work environment. The main components are recruitment and selection, attracting candidates who share the company's values and have the right skills, training and development, continuous learning to improve skill and performance management, clear evaluation to identify the strengths and areas for improvement, and for compensation and benefits. Face alarms, bonuses, and non-monetary benefits to increase motivation and commitment. And the last, five, employee relationships and communication. Effective communication promotes teamwork, trust, and a positive company culture. In conclusion, company Erwin Cafe has a strong foundation to growth in the specialty coffee market. Its authenticity, sustainability, quality, and emotional connection with customer, combined with well-structured marketing and HR strategies, allow the company to strengthen its presence and move forward with consistency and purpose. Thank you.